Going on, everyone? Rabid's back, and now we got to do an updated test on our benchmarking with the Ryzen 7950X and the RTX 3090. So we're going to jump into the settings here. So last time, right on release date, we were seeing on 4K and everything on Epic settings, which I have right now, we were getting about 27 to 30 frames per second. Now there was a graphical update, whole bunch of improvements to allow higher frame rates here. So everything's supposed to run a lot more smoother. So here it also says recommended for an RTX 4070 and up. That never used to be there. Again, this is a 3090 for our GPU and a 7950X for our CPU. So also a lot of people are having issues. Maybe make sure this is checked on or checked off if you want to limit your frames to a certain amount. By default, I believe it is 60 frames per second with the check mark on, so you will not get anything above that. So simply uncheck it or adjust your number higher. So we're going to make sure we're on that. And now we're going to see what our frames look like on Epic settings on an RTX 3090. Well, let's run around and see what we get. So we're hanging out at 26, 27, 28. You know what? I'm actually seeing less frames than before the patch. 23, 22. That's crazy. I don't remember if I got a drop in the other one, so I don't think that did anything. But we are seeing, we got 31 there, so that's a new high. It all depends the scenes we're looking at. If we look at the sky, we should be higher here. Yeah, 33, 32. But all we did last time was run around a little bit here, and we were averaging around 27 to 30 frames per second in 4K on Epic settings. So, you know, we're still actually about that. Remember, the map is very empty right now, and once buildings and everything start getting placed, possible caves, we're going to lose a bunch of frames here. But so far it's running fairly smooth, but I don't see any performance boost, at least for the RTX 3090. So here we are on high settings now, just running around 28 frames per second, 27 frames per second. We're not seeing any type of little boost here, so it's still looking pretty close to the same. Let's adjust this down a little bit more. Go into video, presence. Let's go to medium on the presets here. Back, resume. So now we're up to 40, 37. So we are seeing a bit of a boost now at medium settings. The game still looks absolutely amazing. Some of the rendering textures is a little bit off, but it still looks way better than the original ARK here. So we are seeing a little bit of boost there. Go back in the settings here, put this on low mode, and low's probably going to suck. But hopefully it's still better than the other one. I have no issues playing on 4K. It's only 30 frames per second currently. And here we are on low, about 57, 56 frames per second, 55. You know, the game still looks way better than the original ARK. I know some people were saying they're playing on low and the game looked horrible. I don't know where they're seeing that. Everything still looks, you know, 100 times better than the other ARK on the lowest settings. So it's looking great still. We're up to 60 frames per second at this point. Looks like it's stuck at 57, 60. Let's just double check here to make sure that's not locked. We're going to go back in the settings here, video. Okay, it looks like the lock went back on, so that's weird. I did restart it, so it looks like it turned on by default again, which kind of sucks. Good thing we checked that. So we did see 66 there for a second, 54, 53 if we look up. No, 65, 67. Nothing amazing, obviously. I'm going to go back into the 4K high mode here. That's what I do play on. It seems to work fine. We'll just have to wait and see what happens once the screen really gets cluttered with stuff. So we're going to go back to Epic settings, save that, go to back here, resume. So 4K Epic settings, RTX 3090. Barely looks to push 30 frames on a good day. We have to be looking straight up at the sky to kind of get that. But you know, it doesn't seem very choppy or anything. You know, it's still working. Some people do get headaches. I noticed in some of the other comments there, playing at only 30 frames per second. So if that's an issue for you, you're definitely not going to be able to run this at max, or you're going to have to get a better GPU. You know, eventually I'm probably just going to have to update my GPU so I can run these a little bit higher. But right now, these are our current benchmark scores on the RTX 3090 and the Ryzen 7950X, about 27, 28 frames per second. I don't see any performance boost as of the latest update, so maybe it was only for the 4000 series. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, but I'm going to probably have to pick up one of those GPUs and see how it works. But thank you for checking out this video. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.